The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by Lloyd's Construction and Consulting, providing first-class construction services on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right, this is Sports Concepts and Rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill.
Sometimes more than 10 minutes, sometimes less.
Yeah. The unthinkable occurred this Saturday night in the tank as our Sharks took it on the chin to the Preds.
I mean, come on.
The way I heard it now, the dirty, cheating Predators
knocked out our quarterback
from O-Town, cheatingly knocked out our quarterback, illegally rushed him. Is that the case, Beef?
You were at the game, right?
Yes, I was.
Did you boo loudly?
We did.
Was it obvious, like in the stands, that he got cheap shotted?
It was hard to see because it was all the way down at like the opposite end zone from where I was sitting. But it certainly that was the talker.
What was the thing that I heard? I think you're not allowed to rush X amount of guys, and Orlando a couple times rushed an extra guy, and so anyway, we ended up losing. The backup quarterback struggled, and it was not.
What was the final, Beef?
52-41, I believe.
That's disappointing, but listen, got good DNA in that program.
Well, as you know, Jeff, back in 2019, we lost the first game, then rattled off like 16 in a row en route to a world championship.
Shark historian, yes.
It feels like we're right back there.
I feel like we're in good shape.
I have a couple of ruminations from the break.
From the break that we just
had?
This commercial break.
We just took.
Correct, just from the commercial
You have
break.
ruminations from something was going on in your mind while you were
Correct. Two things. One
stuff.
happened just before the break, and I love you, but man, you just frustrate me so much whenever you say in 2021, if I only knew where it was on TV. I mean, you got a C button. You refuse to use the C button.
Yeah.
It'll throw up every sport where it is. You got the. I know you're a voice remote guy.
I don't know.
Voice remote. French Open.
I don't
Boom.
know. I don't know what time it was on. It's unbelievable to me.
That's not secretive. That's you not looking. They played at 11:30. We all knew that.
We all didn't watch it because it was on some channel.
It was on the tennis channel.
How
I don't know
far
why
has
it's there.
it fallen that it's on the tennis channel is the point I'm trying to make.
That's a fair point. You know why? Because if you're watching the French Open in the United States of America, you don't live in the United States of America because we don't play tennis here.
If I got Djokovic, Nadal.
Yeah, it should have been on. I agree. Should have been on NBC. But that's where it was. I told Beef, the only reason I bring this up, I'm not kidding you, dude. I have the best. I don't have good luck on putting on a Braves game and seeing them hit a 2-run homer to win. But if I'm putting it on just some extraneous sport, I got the best luck. I'll put it on the World Cup, and there'll be the game-winning goal. I'll put it on the Stanley Cup playoffs, and we'll go to Game 7. And I remembered the Nadal-Djokovic through the first two sets. And I clicked on right at the beginning of the third set, and then I've been proceeded to be told about 10 different outlets that it was the best set of tennis in history, which is a bit of an embellishment, but it was a great set, and it was a great match. And you're right. It shouldn't be on the tennis channel, but when you said literally you have no idea where it was, it frustrates me. And the second thing is Jerome James LaSalva, JJ, who will often pinch hit on our program.
Yes, he does. Often because Beef, as you know, has a Johnny Carson-like schedule, and I'm sure here in the summer months he should be
the Baselli rules.
He should be ready for holiday coming up soon here at some point.
So anyway, JJ, and you know JJ well. How's JJ doing on the no smoking? Is he still continuing with that?
Yeah,
I hope so. Okay,
He's doing great.
JJ and I have a little thing because the television station is close to where JJ lives. And JJ is committed to, he's a walker guy like me, a walker runner guy.
Why don't the two of you maybe start walking together?
Maybe we should. And because then I'd say, JJ, let's fire up a couple heaters while we're walking.
I know that's
and that
not
would go
true.
against the
HMU.
Yeah,
now, he may bring his THC-infused vape.
Many times while I'm walking down
JJ, he's asleep.
While I'm driving down that road,
you'll see him.
To head to I see JJ out, and I'll beat my horn, and now he knows it's always me. So we have fun with that. But anyway, continue.
Interesting. Well, I've discovered, I think, JJ's spirit athlete, like an athlete who reminds me of, like if JJ had it in him to be a pro athlete, he'd be this guy, Blake Snell.
Yes.
You feel me with Blake Snell?
That's a good one.
Kind of looks, has the demeanor. I think he's got that same crotchety attitude as JJ can bring. So
not as good as Eric Bana and Urban Meyer, which, Beef, I hope we can do a side-by-side here somewhere along the lines, please, if you don't mind. If you could set that up for me on Twitter,
those two guys,
I'll retweet it and get you many followers.
Hey, those two guys are you know what's scary? Those two guys are basically the same
Thank you for what
same
you did.
age. You hear me?
Who?
Bana and Urban. Pretty close.
52 and 58.
Yeah, pretty close.
They may be related.
52 and 56.
Maybe Papa Herbs, Bud Meyer, back in the day, made a trip down under.
Oh, no.
Road trip.
You once accused me of fathering Jordan Spieth.
I did.
Little road trip. Eric Bana did appear
You
once.
liked him just a little too much.
I don't know if you know this.
I think you knew something.
That Eric Bana has been one of the stars of Dirty John.
Was Eric
Oh,
Bana,
yeah, he was Dirty John, wasn't he?
Was Eric
I
Bana
think he was actually John.
ever in Ohio in the, late 60s, early 70s? That's the question.
No.
Papa Bana.
Papa Bana. Or Mama Bana. Anyway, more news and notes. That's what we do here. Did you have another observation from the break?
No,
I thought
that's
you had
it.
one
No.
more.
Did I? No, I had two. That was it.
Well, what was the second one?
JJ Spirit Animal.
Oh, okay, very good.
Or Spirit Athlete.
Again, being frustrated with the United States swimming as well, not knowing where to find that.
Man, you're
along the
bogging
lines of
down
the
on these
French Open.
quote-unquote minor sports these days.
Well, I got Murph and Caleb Dressel. I got two guys here that
it
are
was on NBC last night.
Jacksonville guys, and the U.S. Olympic trials are entering their final stage. It's wave 2.
Okay, exciting.
Because we couldn't do it all at once because of COVID.
It's in the pools, apparently.
Yeah. It's chlorine. Doesn't that kill it or no?
Beef, what was the crowd like at the Sharks game?
It was a good crowd.
Good.
It was a good crowd.
Good.
I mean,
It's good for business.
I mean, the pee pool has got chlorine, and it doesn't affect anyone.
Well,
Anyway.
it probably does, but yeah.
Yeah. Ryan Murphy and Caleb Dressel, I believe, go this week. And again, Caleb Dressel won 8 medals at the World Championships in South Korea, so it'll be fun to see how many events he's...
Now, Dressel's clay and Murphy's bowls.
Yes. So anyway, just something to keep an eye on going forward. That's all I wanted to mention that.
Yeah, have you seen the Jokic play yet? It frustrates me.
No,
Beef,
I got the Baseball Network on.
I know. Beef, can you please
I'll find it.
send
Hold
it to him?
on.
I know we've gone way
Just
too much.
hold
We've had a whole segment on a play you haven't seen yet.
We started
I've got,
talking.
I want you to, because I'm like you. I'm getting some pushback on that thought.
Oh, you are? They're saying that he didn't deserve it. Or they are. Was that what you're saying?
No, I say he did. Some people say he didn't. I 100% believe he deserved to be ejected. They weren't winning that game anyway.
Yeah.
But still, I think he deserved it. Like
So
I said,
the Suns go to the Western Conference Final.
Yeah, just to look. Chris Paul's gotten a lot of love this postseason.
Oh, yeah, that's a big right.
Right? You got to eject a
can't
guy
do that.
there. What are y'all talking about?
Because he kind of came flying in fast.
He came in fast, and he swung as hard as he could. It was just, I mean.
That's frustration.
And there's a guy just arguing me to death that he saw the tennis semifinal on NBC, and no, sir, you didn't.
WNBC.
It wasn't on NBC. It was on the Tennis Network. And if you found it, it may have had the NBC bug on it or whatever. But at that time on NBC, Ellen was on, or whatever, the chat, whatever the hell they put on the television these days. But the semifinal here in Jacksonville, in our area, in the United States, was definitely not on NBC, period. Yeah. That's not an opinion.
No.
And it doesn't matter anyway. But
again, what Novak Djokovic has done is incredible. And there were mentally you figured after coming off the Nadal win, he was going to start slow. And he did. He lost 2 sets, but he was a better player. So then he dominated the kid going forward and won the next 3 sets, sets 3, 4, and 5 fairly easily. But to
the last set was, it's 5. He had to win.
You have to understand, to beat Rafa at the French Open, he has now lost 3 times in his life there. He's like 103, and 2 of those losses are to Djokovic, who's now won 2 French Opens, and that means he joins Laver and Roy Emerson singing for the Lonely
to win them all.
To win them all twice. Yeah. And he's halfway to a Grand Slam as well.
No, he, to me, is proven to be the better of the 3, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I don't know who. First of all, Nadal is a great player, should not be in the argument.
Well, here's the deal.
He's got 13 on one surface. I mean, I guess Federer to an extent does that at Wimbledon, but Djokovic can play even up with Federer.
This would back your point up as well. I saw this as well. I think Djokovic has the most Grand Slam titles of the 3 at the age of 30 or under. Like Novak.
Well, he's only one. He's going to pass both of them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Nadal may be done, and Djokovic will win another 3 or 4 probably.
You would think.
Plus, he's the oldest, 39, 36, 35, and he's the youngest.
He's 34.
Okay, about
Djokovic.
to be 35. I thought he was 35. I'm just going. Mrs. P was my associate producer on that. She looked.
May 22nd, 1987.
Yeah, so he's 20. He's 30. Yeah, 35. May 22nd already passed. It's 2021.
It was 1987. Isn't that 34?
Oh, yeah, that is at 34.
And Mrs. P, what are we doing
She
here?
must have added it wrong. I thought she just looked at an age.
Oh. We got to be better than
Oh,
that.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm not paying her for it, so maybe not.
She's your producer on this one. He's just a year younger than Rafa. So anyway, it's pretty impressive what he has done. and what they've all done. Again, it's a great story, but I believe at Wimbledon we could be 20-20-20 after Wimbledon. All three would have 20-20-20s.
So,
very good, Beef. Thank you very much.
I'm here for you, friend.
Yeah. I'm going to retweet this now.
Oh.
I'm here for you.
So the Brooklyn Nets lose Kyrie Irving. He went down in a heap. I kind of smugly smiled. I mean, it's just a sprained ankle. He'll get over it, Beeps. Don't get too oversensitive on me. But I hate the Brooklyn Nets, and I want anyone other than the Nets to win. I hate them.
At least he's finally admitted it.
I do. I hate them.
I don't mind that. I can deal with that.
Every team in the league I would pull for like massively over these skirt crawling, title chasing, holier than thou, smug jerks is what they are. Those three sit around like they're God's gift to basketball, and no one can do it like they can. If I heard we're very skilled, shut up, James Harden. Get that fat hamstring of yours working again, and then you can talk. By the way, he'll miraculously heal on the plane ride home.
Oh, you think he's going to play?
Oh, it'll be a miraculous. Those guys, you understand this? They're just resting him just in case. You understand that's how smug and overconfident the Nets are. In a push come to shove, a lot of athletes would have played through what James Harden has been sitting around on, but the Nets figure we'll win without him anyway. May as well have him 100%. That's my opinion. That's not a fact. That's just how they would do business.
Well,
so I love seeing him lose last night.
It's interesting. It's interesting in the NBA because every one of us, myself included, said the Bucks are dead after 2 games. The Bucks are dead. It's over. The series is over. And the other thing that, and it's not, so that's kind of an interesting thing about the NBA. And the other thing, more than ever, and I don't know why, I don't know if it's because they played so late last year, but it just sure seems like, and somebody would have to do the work on this, the legwork, which I'm not going to do, but doesn't it sure seem like there is more important injuries in the NBA than ever before this season? Guys out, and some of it has to do with, like you said, being preventative.
Yeah, I'd have to look back.
But it seems like now it's just a battle of survival. Like if you can just stay healthy, like Chris Paul was able to come back. Yeah. If Chris Paul wasn't able to come back, that series is all different.
I'm too cynical. I don't ever trust these guys. They're not dramaing up that injury just to click. I never know exactly who was really hurt.
I just think that the stars more than ever have been injured. That Kyrie injury looked like a high ankle. I would guess he'd be done. I don't know. I can't imagine him coming back in a week.
And and if anybody wants to,
certain people's ankles heal quicker. I mean,
but not in 2 days to play on Wednesday or whatever. Yeah. That's going to be tough to come back from.
Yeah,
I would like someone listening in the audience right now, to tweet or Snapchat or Instagram at Kevin Durant. Okay. I'm serious.
Okay,
and tell him. You know, LeBron would win the East anyway.
Go win it.
No, just that's it. I don't say anything. You know, LeBron would win the East anyway. And just let him eat himself up from inside his brain. It would drive him crazy just hearing that.
Interesting. One more note before we break. Mandatory minicamp, another step towards the season, happens this week for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's been sliced down to 2 days now. What will be more important in September when the game's on the line? Having an extra day of practice or your players liking you? We're 1-15, friend. The same things that we made fun of. Who was it? Houston last week we made fun of? I mean, we're in town for the first 2. We can't do something to get better in this one day before we go off on a 6-week spring fling. I mean, we've canceled the Wednesday workout, Hick. We don't need it. We're ready. Bring on the season.
I think this.
Don't fight so hard to have them if you're then going to send the message that they're not that important.
Well, we can do this when we come back. But let me ask you this question. Let's talk about this when we come back.
Okay.
What kind of training camp does Urban Meyer need to run?
I don't know. We'll see. I think you need to have a physical training camp and be a football team.
Well, let's talk about that when we get back as the Jaguars hit the field today for mandatory minicamp. Beef, do we have a giveaway? I neglected to bring that up at the beginning of the Sports Concepts and Rationalizations 10-minute drill segment.
Oh, my goodness, do we, Danny?
Oh, okay.
Look,
what do we have?
All this week we're paying homage to the Forgotten Holiday. So we have selections from the Father's
Day is this
gift
Sunday.
guide at 1010XL.com. Our lucky 10-minute drill winner going to take home $25 to Woody's Barbecue.
Yeah.
$25 to Woodcraft.
Yeah.
And $25 to the Edwin Watts Golf Shop. All part of the Father's Day gift guide. Head over to 1010XL.com for those and other great gift ideas for the dads you usually ignore.
Well, light it up at 641-1010 right now if you want to get in on that. And you're going to have to be caller number 5, though. That's the caveat as we move forward in the program. Jags talk next.